What's up YouTube, Travster. Today we are going over Runes Reforged for Shen Jungle, baby. We did top already. I uploaded that video a couple of days ago, so if you want to see Runes Reforged for Shen top lane, go check that out. But we are doing Jungle today, and in a couple of days I'll upload Shen support. But I went through this just a few minutes ago, and I found something very interesting that I did not see before that may be a game changer for Jungle, not necessarily top lane. I'm really happy with the top lane page I made. But I think I found something that may work pretty darn well for the jungle. So let's get into it. As always, we're going Resolve here, alright? We're going Resolve. I'm not going to read all of these, mainly because I already did that in the first video, and obviously you guys can go to the site and check this stuff out too. I tweet out these guides that I make on Twitter, if you want to follow me on Twitter. Same as my YouTube name. So if you want to see this and you don't want to make this yourself, you can just go to my Twitter page and see the exact page I just made. But Grasp we're not going to be using. That is meant for laning and trading, so that's not really going to help us in the jungle. But out of these two, this one, the reason I don't want to go Guardian is it has a really long cooldown. It's the same thing as like Courage of the Colossus. It's not worth it. It's 45-second cooldown. That's crazy. This one's a lot better. It's a 20-second cooldown and it does damage. We want this one. Moving on to the second one, I'll read that one though. It's called Aftershock. After immobilizing an enemy champion, gain defenses and later deal burst of damage around you. And those are the stats on the damage. It's really, really good. And it scales off maximum HP, which is perfect. The other one scales off AP some, so you don't want that either. So another negative to that other one. Moving on to the second one. This one is okay. I'm not a huge fan of it, but Demolish we're not going to be using that much. You could, I guess, gank a lane and try to push a tower really quickly, but Font of Life seems to be the best one here. It's essentially Stoneborn Pact, the mastery that I currently run in Shen Jungle, so it's pretty much all it is. You CC somebody and your allied champions heal from the enemy's UCC. So perfect. Iron Skin, kind of the same thing as, I'm trying to think of what this is the same thing as. I'm trying to compare this to like running flat resist, and then this one is scaling. Conditioning is more of a scaling mastery, or Runes Reforged, whatever you want to call it. But after 10 minutes, you gain 6 armor, 6 MR, and increase your total armor and magic resist by 5%. That is really, really good. I like this one the best. The other would just give flat resist, gain 3 armor, and then heal for at least 20 HP from, or when, wait, release 20 health or from a consumable effect, increase armor by 5% for 3 seconds. So this is like a temporary steroid, and this is like a permanent scaling. So permanent scaling, in my opinion, is a lot better, especially on Shen. So we're going to go with that one. And then down here, you're not really going to be able to farm that much or be around dying minions. So Overgrowth, probably not going to be using that much. And then over here, Second Wind, that is procced on enemy champions. So that's not going to be helpful in the jungle. So Revitalize is pretty much your only option here. That seems to be worth it, I guess, is the way to put it. But this is what I plan on running for Shen Jungle to start out. I think this is really, really solid. Changes from the top lane, you're running Aftershock instead of Grasp. I think we did something. Yeah, we went Demolish on the other one for top lane. So we're not running Demolish, we're running Final Life. And then Conditioning, we took top lane as well. So this is a standard. And then Revitalize, I'm not sure what I took the last time. I think I took Second Wind for the healing. So moving on to the secondaries. This is where it gets really interesting. And I didn't think to even look at it, honestly. I saw this Sorcery tab, and I was like, it's probably all AP magic damage based, and probably not good for Shen. What I didn't realize is it has really good stuff in there for Shen. I didn't even bother looking at it. But looking through Precision and Domination and all that stuff, I could not find anything, even Inspiration, I couldn't find anything worth taking on Shen Jungle. The boot thing you don't want to take on Shen Jungle because he already has a slow clear speed, and if you're taking away boots from him at 10 minutes, for the first 10 minutes, he's going to be even slower in that clear. Like, boots are one of my first buys, so that's really not a good option for Shen Jungle. And then the other ones aren't, to replace that, aren't good enough. So I went to the Sorcery, and this is where I never thought I'd be, but you know, here we are, guys. Here we are. So Nullifying Orb, gain magic damage shield when low on health. That's not going to help. Mana, nope. This is the one that I overlooked, guys. I apologize. I would not take this on top lane, though. So I'm not going back on my word on top lane. I do like the Resolve Inspiration page for top lane. But for jungle, which is my main role with Shen, is just, this one is so good. The ultimate hat, gain cooldown reduction and max cooldown reduction on your ultimate. This is increased further each time you use your ultimate up to a maximum. So ultimate cooldown is reduced by 5%. This number is increased by 2% each time your ultimate goes on cooldown. Stacks up to 5 times. Holy crap, that is so good. Shen's ultimate is going to get tons of reduction. This is huge. Now, it only works on your ultimate, not your other abilities. But that's pretty much why you play Shen, right? For your ultimate. So you're going to be able to gank and counter gank and push objectives so much more now with the cooldown reduction. That is crazy. So it's reduced by 5%. This number is increased by 2 each time your ultimate goes on cooldown. So up to 15% is the way I read that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I'm getting here. So reduced by 5%, and then 2 each time after it, and it stacks up to 5 times. So that's 10. So that's a total of 15% reduction on your ultimate. That's crazy. So I think that's obviously a no-brainer. And this is what I overlooked the first time. Granted, like I said, I would not take this on top lane, but in the jungle, this is going to be huge. Huge map presence for Shen with this. Big fan of that one. And then Transcendence Gain, this one has AP and AD. It's adaptive to whichever one you want. And then I'm trying to look at the other ones here. Some of them don't really make sense, but there was one in here that I liked a lot. Which one was it? This one looked okay. This one looked okay. I like Scorch because you can only take 1 per row if you guys didn't know that. So once you take Ultimate Hat, you can't take these other 2. And yeah, you got to stay within your row. And then you can skip rows though. So this is gain 10% CDR when you reach level 10. And then it scales each percent of CDR exceeding the CDR limit is converted to 2 AP or 1 attack damage adaptive. Okay. So CDR could be nice. And then this gives movement speed and add 8% of bonus movement speed to your AP adaptive. No, that's probably not good either. While above 70% HP, gain up to 40 ability power, attack damage. That's not very useful. Adaptive, so many adaptive things, jeez. Gain movement speed and AP or AD adaptive in the river. Probably not that useful. Gain increasing amounts of AD, AP. So it looks like Scorch is going to be our best option. I really, really want the Ultimate Hat, and it looks a lot better than what you would get from the inspiration page as far as Shen Jungle goes. So I am going to stay in Sorcery here. I think this is the best spot for Shen to be in the jungle, is this Resolved Sorcery page. The Ultimate Hat is just way too good to pass up. You cannot pass this up. It is so good. 15% cooldown reduction on your ultimate. That is insane. Granted, it takes you a while to stack that up, but initially you get 5%, which is already good. So, and then Scorch, your first ability hit every 20 seconds burns champions. How much does it burn? Your next ability sets champions on fire, dealing 10 to 40 bonus magic damage based on level. 20 to 8-second cooldown. Oh, wow, dang. Okay. 8-second cooldown, that is pretty short at later levels. Wow, I did not realize that. Now, another reason this is going to be good is because with the new runes and masteries, the runes Reforged, you're not going to be able to take attack speed in these pages and have it make sense. So for me, I already took attack speed out of my current rune pages on the current patch before this change, and I'm doing okay without attack speed. I really, really like it. But what I've been doing is I've been building Wit's End almost every single game. Now, there are games where it doesn't make sense, but there are games where it doesn't make sense, but it still works because it's such a cheap item and it gives you great stats. It's really, really cost-effective for Shen. So I've just been building Wit's End like every game, and it has been working wonders. It works really, really well. So Wit's End and Scorch have really good synergy. Obviously, this does magic damage, and Wit's End shreds their MR and steals it and gives it to you. So that synergizes really well. So I like this page. I really like this page for Shen Jungle. But Resolve Sorcery looks a lot better than Resolve Inspiration for Shen Jungle compared to top lane. But that is my page that I will be tweeting out. This is what I like and what I will be running on day 1. So that is all I have. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe. We are hitting 11,000 subscribers today on live stream probably. So that is dope. I think we're like 20 subs away from it. So thank you guys so much for the 11,000 subscribers. That is awesome. I never thought I'd get 11K, but hey, here we are, 11K deep. Let's go, boys and girls. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys later. Have a lovely rest of your day.